The Center for Student Engagement is partnering with UT Culinary Institute to prepare banana bread today for you guys in honor of National Banana Bread Day on February 23rd. For this recipe, we're going to start out with 3 bananas. When you're selecting your bananas from the store, you want one that's going to be more ripened. Okay, we want some brown, we want some aging to it. This is going to add sweetness and flavor. We're going to use a mixer today in order to help us break down our bananas and combine our other ingredients. If you do not have a mixer at home, you can do this by hand. Just make sure your bananas are really ripe. They'll break down a whole lot easier. We're turning our mixer on with just the bananas. That's going to help kind of pulverize them down, make them a little bit smaller, make it smoother. While this is going, we're going to add a few other ingredients. We're going to add dark brown sugar, granulated white sugar, coconut oil. If you do not have coconut oil at home, you can substitute butter. Just make sure it's room temp, it's not ice cold. We're going to add a couple flavoring ingredients to this. So we're going to add a little bit of vanilla extract. To help the banana flavor, we're going to add a little bit of banana extract to this. Adding the banana extract will help if your bananas aren't quite as ripe. The more ripe your bananas are, the stronger the flavor. If they're not quite as ripe, a little more banana extract will help that flavor come through at the end. We're going to turn this up. We're not trying to make this smooth. Okay, we know there's going to be some little lumps of bananas in there, and that's going to be okay. We're just trying to break down the really big lumps. We'll turn our mixer back down. We're going to add 1 whole large egg. And we're going to add a little bit of whole milk. Once our egg is well combined, we can turn our mixer off. And we'll work on our dry ingredients. We want to sift all of our dry ingredients. We're going to start with all-purpose flour, baking powder, baking soda, iodized salt, and cinnamon. The reason we're sifting this is we don't want lumps in our muffin mix, and baking powder and baking soda are notorious for leaving lumps in there. They can be really, really bitter when you eat your muffins. So we're sifting all of our dry ingredients together. You'll see all these little lumps here. This is the baking powder and baking soda. All you do is press them through. We want all of that. That's going to be our leavening agent along with the egg in our muffin mix. Okay. So we have our dry ingredients and we have our wet ingredients. It's really easy from here. All we're going to do is incorporate our wet ingredients into our dry. I like using a rubber spatula or another large spoon. You do not want to use a wire whip or whisk. We're not trying to incorporate air. We're just trying to combine these 2 ingredients. The more you mix it, the tougher your muffin is going to be. We want to mix just until incorporated without over mixing. Once about 95% of the flour is incorporated, we're going to stop. It's okay to see some lumps in there, right? That's going to be the banana. It's going to be a little bit of the coconut oil. We are good to go from here. This recipe will make 9 muffins. Okay? In order to make sure that every muffin is exactly the same size, I'm using a 2-ounce measured scoop. You can use a spoon at home. Just understand that this one makes 9 regular sized muffins. When using a scoop, Okay, a lot of people will call this an ice cream scoop. Make sure it's nice and flat. We'll scoop it in our paper cups. I like using the paper cups because it makes cleanup a whole lot easier. If you wanted to add nuts to this recipe, we could fold in some walnuts or some pecans. It's up to you guys. Okay. Rubber spatula comes in handy at the end so we can get all our batter together to get our 9th muffin. When you have fewer muffins than your muffin pan will hold, you want to try to make sure you're filling the middle. That will prevent them from overcooking on the outer edges, so I filled up the middle only. We're going to put this into a 350-degree oven for approximately 20 minutes. Your oven might be different than mine. One way to test it is going to be using a toothpick that we insert into the center. We'll pull it out and make sure that there's no more liquid batter on our toothpick. When they come out of the oven, they'll be a nice dark golden brown. They will have risen, okay, and that's going to be from the baking powder, baking soda, and egg. For this recipe, make sure to go to UTK CSE on all social media outlets, and we hope to see you guys on February 23rd for National Banana Bread Day.